Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Fashvika, the channel where we talk a lot about making money online as a creative person, as an artist. In the video, I'm going to talk about how to launch your art career, whether it's a creative person in the form of a designer or a potterer or a sculptor maker, whatever it is. I'm going to be sharing my own ways, my own real experience on how I get started with my own art career, my own creative career. So everything will be based on my experience and knowledge so far. So hopefully it will going to help you. Let's get started with that. Before we consider clicking the like button, guys. I do appreciate that. If you want more such videos in the future, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. Also, we have a lot of free resources to help you make more money. The links are in the description box below. You can download the free guide, the freebies, a lot more is there. You can very well support me and my channel on the Patreon. You're gonna get early access to YouTube videos. Also, you're gonna get the keyword list, niche ideas. A lot more is there on the Patreon, guys, and the link is in the description box below. With that being said, let's talk about how to launch your art career, your creative career, your designer career. Okay, it's based on all the creative people out there who are looking forward to start with the art career, creative career, designer career, whatever it is. Okay, it is based on my experience and knowledge so far. So I'm gonna be dividing them into the few different phases, few different steps, and these steps are based on what I have learned so far in my own creative journey. The first tip or the first phase or the first step, whatever you call it, is that explore and experiment. Yes. Now, if you're completely a newbie and you have a creative interest, like you creating watercolor artwork or acrylic painting, or you making a sculptures or pottery or something like that, and you don't know how to monetize that work and you're completely newbie, I would highly recommend you to experiment and explore. I do still experiment and explore a lot. It's not that a first phase or that's the first step only. You can do as many times in your life as you can, but this thing will really going to help you in understanding what you really want, what fits in your box, and how you can actually provide value to the people in exchange of the money, and how you can live a good life as a human and your dream life and everything. Like, you can be more fancy and creative over here, it depends on you, or you can be more simple. But the best way you could do that is have a general and write it down and do an experiment. Look at the other people, what they are doing on the social media. Like for me, I get started with my art career looking at the graphite artist on the Instagram, and after that I started with my own career. Okay, and I started with the graphite artwork. I was making a realistic portraits, then I started venturing into the watercolors, then acrylic, then oil painting. I tried a lot of the different mixed media, and that's why I consider myself a mixed media artist, because I do make and try different new stuff. So that's the first step, to learn, to experiment and explore. The second tip or the second step you have to know, once you know that you like this thing and you want to pursue that thing, whether it's pursuing as a content creator, a YouTuber, or Instagrammer, or some other way, whatever you can name it, once you know that you want to pursue it and you want to get started with that, then start taking that first step. Now, since my own experience and making money is online, not that much of the offline. Now, of course, I would be having more offline stuff in the future as well, but currently I have like 2 years of experience in the online space only. So I would highly recommend you to pick up at least 2 to 3 platforms. So I picked up with the Instagram in the beginning because I find like it's quite simple. You just need to post the pictures. When I was getting started with back in the 2018 with my art career, it was easy to grow, but once I get started with that, I was growing a little bit, and then I found that it's very hard for me to keep the pace with the Instagram, the changing algorithm. This personally, I'm a person who loves to be on a social media, creating the content and all that stuff. But at times I do feel like I want to move more into the inward and focus more on my introvert energy, to focus on what I really want to do. And I think that as a creative person, as an artist, you do need that personal space to just block out from social media or take some time away to focus, to reflect, and to understand what you really want. And I think we artists do need that. We creative people do need that. So that's why I want to tell you to pick up 2 to 3 platforms and see which one is for you. But I started with the Instagram, and then I started with the YouTube channel. Now, I did make several mistakes along the road. So with that being said, the third tip or third step I have for you is allow yourself to make as many mistakes as you can. Yes, I'm a person who's a big believer of making the mistakes. Now, obviously, you're gonna make mistake when you're starting with art, but understand that these mistakes will going to help you grow, learn, and become a best version of yourself. Like, I started with the Instagram. I was making a content on that and I was growing a bit. But then I realized I wasn't able to cope up with the changing Instagram algorithm related to the YouTube. And this is not my first YouTube channel. I have my first YouTube channel where I started posting the art tutorials, time lapse videos of the art and everything about it. I started to post, but due to my college schedule, I was in the college back in the 2018 and 2019. So due to my college schedule, I wasn't able to keep pace with the YouTube content. I wasn't really regular. I just left the YouTube for entire 6 to 7 months, and that was really hard on my YouTube channel. That was begin to gain some attraction. So I made a several mistake on that YouTube channel, and then I started with this YouTube channel. It's not for the art tutorial, something like that. I started this channel as for the sake of talking about my magazine, because I was looking forward to helping the artists, and I found that the other art magazine take a lot of the money from the artist to feature in their magazine. So that's why I started with the magazine to feature the artist and creative people and talk about making money online, and a little bit different from the rest of the art magazine that they are having in the space. So I was looking forward to market my magazine, so that's why I started with the YouTube channel. So that was my YouTube content. So that's why I'm telling you, allow yourself to make as many mistakes as you can, because understand that after making that mistake, you're gonna learn from it, you're gonna grow from it, and this growth and this learning process will really going to help you become successful in your art career or in your creative career. With that being said, the fourth step or the fourth tip that I have for you, to see you are gaining some traction on any kind of social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, or whether it's a Pinterest, blog articles if you are into that, or YouTube channel, whatever way you have started with creating content online, and you see that you're gaining some traction, double down on that. This is my strategy which I followed on this channel. Now, I did several mistakes with my first YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel is like, I do post shorts videos over there time and time, but it's kind of like very stagnant. It's not growing, but I just do it because I want to do it. That's it. I'm not looking for views or money on that channel. But this channel, when I see that I was gaining some traction from the first video that I uploaded about the Redbubble getting my first sale, that was getting me few hundred views in a couple of days. And at the time my channel was really small, like maybe 10 or 20 subscribers, and I saw that there was a big opportunity in this space of the print on demand, making money online, talking about the tutorials and making those tutorials. So I began to explore more and more, and I was getting deep diving into tutorials. And the more I do, the more I feel like I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera, speaking with you guys and getting more clarity and expressing myself more fully, gaining traction in whatever way on any kind of social media. Double down on that particular thing, because it will going to help you, and that could be your superpower. That being said, let's move on to another step that you have, or another. Start looking for ways to monetize your channel or your social media account or profile or blog article, whatever you are creating. Okay, there are so many ways in which you can monetize your work as a creative person. You can sell your original work, your art prints. You can sell in the art fairs, art events, art conferences. You can have a commission artwork. You can do the commission artwork as a freelance artist on the Fiverr or Upwork, or even if you can do it on your own website. You can also make money by the YouTube AdSense, and various different social media also are paying the creative fund. Now, of course, that fund is not that big, but still it can help you gain some traction and some money. Okay, then you can monetize by adding some of the subscription services like the Patreon, or you can start with your own membership on your own website. You can have a support page, like people supporting you via the donations of the PayPal or buy me a coffee page. This is just a few example, guys. The earth is the limit. Then you can have the different digital products. Like personally, I love making these digital products, and I do sell them. The first digital product I started was my digital art magazine. Then I started incorporating more digital products, and you can see a lot more digital product I have on my shop. The tip that I have for you is look at your passion. Now, this one needs to become in the very beginning, but why I'm telling you once you're monetizing over here, because when I was monetizing my own work, when I was started making money via my own work, and people were buying my products, I was looking for what are the different passion I have in me. Now, again, I'm telling you to explore and experiment on every phase of your life in general, because it will really going to help you, and I do explore. Since I'm a mixed media artist, I create artwork in various different medias, the graphite, the charcoal, watercolor, acrylic, sculptures. I do make the clay jewelries, a lot more I do. I do have a passion in the multiple different stuffs. Like I have a multiple different YouTube channels. You guys already know about that. I have almost like more than 5 YouTube channels. Now, of course, they are in the growing phase right now. I'm not that much making money from them, but still I'm doing that because I'm passionate about those topics I really want to talk about. Like I am passionate about the travel, the eco-friendly stuff, the animal nature lover, then talking about the female empowerment, because I think that females do need a separate space to talk about that. So I have a YouTube channel around that. Then I talk about digital product, financing, crypto, NFTs. Then I also do talk a lot about the designing or my own art vlogs channel. And there are so many different things I am doing in the online space as a YouTuber or as a content creator. So look at the passion that you have once you're started monetizing your work. Maybe that passion you're having is not related to our work. Maybe it's related to the travel. Maybe it's related to the food, or maybe it's related to something different, but you can start incorporating them. And I would highly recommend you to have as many branches of your income streams, as many branches of your streams as you can. That I have for you is to balance them out. Now, this would be really hard. Of course, I do really struggle with this particular thing at times. I do get burnout. So I would highly recommend you to take one step at a time, take a small baby steps and breathe in the steps and feel how it's feeling, and then take another step. Don't just run from first to the 10th step, because it will going to overwhelm you, or maybe you would feel burned out. So balance it out as you go. And if you see that you can't balance it out by yourself, then probably ask for the help. Maybe hire someone, maybe ask help with your partner or someone in the family members. The tip or another step that I have for you, start building and incorporating more passive income streams. Now, since you're adding more income streams or ways in which you can make money, I would highly recommend you to add more passive income streams as you can, because passive income is like you just need to make the product once. You can update them on a yearly basis, but then you don't need to provide value to the people again and again when they are purchasing your product. Like your product has been already made, people just pay for that and they get the download PDF or link or whatever, and they can access that particular product. So I think that the passive product can help you balance out the multiple different income streams you have. Like I do have the passive income stream, like the print on demand is entirely my kind of like a passive. I don't promote on social media. I used to do that, but currently it's entirely passive. Then I have the digital product, my digital art magazine. Of course, digital art magazine I'm making every single month, but the first magazine that I made back in the March of 2020 is still selling, so it's kind of like a passive. Then the books that you can get started with the KDP, your files, selling your art in the form of digital products like a clip art, illustrations on Creative Fabric or Creative Market, or even on the Etsy. There are so many ways in which you can streams, but keep in mind that all these things takes time, okay? It doesn't happen overnight. For me, it was a long time. Like I started with the art back in the 2018, 2019 was real hassle because I was in the college. I wasn't really getting enough time to work on my stuff, so it was a really hassle. I wasn't really progressing at that time. But back in the 2020, when actually the COVID hits, I started with my first business. That's the online business. That's the art magazine. And then I started taking this YouTube channel seriously and started growing. I took that YouTube channel seriously back in the 2021. I was uploading video every single day. That was really a big hassle for me, but eventually it's paying me off, okay? Because those videos that I've made in the very beginning still getting me views, still getting me subscribers, followers, messages, comments, and people buying my products and YouTube AdSense money and all. So it's really worth it, but you need to balance them out and incorporate as many passive income stream as you can. The tip that I have for you is really important. Don't go into the comparison trap. I do go into the comparison trap a lot, many times. To be honest with you guys, I do go into that trap because I feel like, oh, I'm not progressing as fast as I should be. And then I started comparing myself with the other people out there without even thinking what those people are doing in the background, which I don't really know about it. So I would highly recommend you to, I would say, to unfollow or block those people who are your near competitive. Now, this may sound counterintuitive, but I really want to recommend you. I started unfollowing all those people on the Instagram who's were kind of like in the same niche as I am, and who's making the content similar to me. I started at the time when I was starting without, I just blocked them, I just unfollowed them because that was creating a comparison mindset in me. I started comparing myself with them, and that was not really a great energy or the mindset I was in. So your creative energy is not blocked and you're focusing on your own business. So with that being said, another tip I have for you is focus on your own strategy, your own business, your own stuff, okay? No matter what the heck the other people are saying in the background, don't actually listen to them. Now, this may also sound quite weird, but I'm a person who believes like everything that you need for your growth, for your strategy, for your business is inside of you, okay? Of course, you can listen to the people, you can take the advice and help from the people. There is nothing wrong with that. But if you are listening to the people like a hell and you're not focusing on your internal voice, the voice that is telling you what to do, then you are missing out a lot of stuff that you really need to listen on, okay? So focus on your own business, your own strategy, or the things that you get started with that, your own purpose, why you get started with that. Focus only on that. Another tip that I have for you is start building your email list. Your email list is your juicy part of your business. Now, you might have heard this particular advice many times. Personally, I want to tell you, I was building my email list when I was started with my magazine. I was looking forward to build my email list via the Instagram at that time because my Instagram channel was growing at that time. But now I have started building my email list via the YouTube channel, via the blog articles, via the website. I rarely do that actively on the Instagram. Of course, I do post on the Instagram, but I'm not looking forward to grow over there because it's very hard for me to keep pace with the changing Instagram algorithm. I do have an email list currently on my website where they can get the free art magazine and then they are signing on to my email list and I'm sending them the email every single month. But I do have another stuff which I was telling you in the beginning for a free art email newsletter that is also very pending. So probably in the 2023, I'm just gonna review my email newsletter, how it's going, how many people are there in the subscriber list, and then we're going to have a fresh wrap up for you guys, and we're going to start with one of the serious email newsletter. That would be only one because currently I have more going in the background that's creating a heck for me. So that's the thing you need to do. Take your time and start with the email list. And I want to tell you, you won't be able to build the email list overnight. It takes time, sometimes months, sometimes years, and you really need to be real over here, genuine over here. I want to tell you, it took me a long time. It took me like 2 years to build a sort of an email list, which I have currently, and which I'm sending the emails and making the sales by that. But another tip or another step I have for you is do your best, give your best, and do what you want to do. This is really important because when we look at the famous people, when we look at the famous creative people, like if you're looking for art YouTubers, the ZAZZLE, or you look at the other channels who are having so many millions of subscribers, you start feeling, oh, this is the trending right now. I want to pursue that to gain more followers, gain more subscribers. You just get out of your own strategy and you follow something else because you are looking for subscribers, views, and money. There is nothing wrong with that, but I think that you need to keep in your own lane. Of course, follow the trends if you really believe in that. I did follow the trends time on time, but personally, I'm not a huge believer of the trend because at times the trend doesn't fit into my box and they are just there for a few months, then it goes back to normal. So I try to focus more on the evergreen content, kind of like a tutorials, which people can actually Google it. And my YouTube videos were going to pop up for that. And that's why I make a lot of the tutorials, not just on this channel, on the designer channel, on the finance channel, on the digital channel. I make a lot of the tutorials because I know that the people know how to make this particular stuff or how to do this stuff, and I can provide them the real way to do that, in-depth way in which they can those tutorials can help you, and these tutorials can get me more views and more subscribers over time. And I can see that the video that I made talking about how to open up a shop on the ZAZZLE, in-depth video about opening up a shop, the entire tutorial is still gaining me views. I made that video back in the January or February of 2021 and still making me views, making me money, and people are coming to my channel, following me, buying my products, and yeah. So I am a believer of having a tutorials. Now it depends on you what type of content you want to create, but focus on your own thing, okay? Focus on your own strategy, be yourself with whatever you are doing, and understand that it will going to take some time. If you are a person who loves to follow the trends, then probably go for that. If not, then you can also gain the views and subscribers with the evergreen content. Another or the last step that I want to cover for this video about the launching the creative career, which I think that there are so many steps that could be involved in this particular step, but since I already covered that, it's based on my experience and knowledge. So that's what I am giving you over here. This would be the last step, is the expansion or the expand. Now I'm still expanding, I'm still growing, I'm still doing the stuff, and I am incorporating more money income streams as much as I can, looking forward to monetize my work. But you need to balance out when you are expanding out and hire someone, get a help from your friend, your partner, your family member, or whatever way you can, and expand your business. And remember that it doesn't happen overnight. For some of you guys it may take 6 months, some of you it may take a year, or maybe more than that. It doesn't matter how long it's taking you, as long as you're going on that path and you are not giving up, you're learning from your mistakes, and you keep on evolving and growing. That's really important. That's the main asset over here. It's not the asset to make 6-figure or 7-figure in a year. It's not that big stuff, okay? The big stuff is that you are not giving up despite no matter what happens or how long it's taking you. You're keep going and keep evolving and keep growing and learning. That's the big thing over here. It's my own personal experience, guys. I'm gonna tell you, the first thing that I made, the first $100 in my business, I was very happy. But the moment I made the first $100 in my business, looking for first 1,000, first 10,000, and so on, and I found that the money goal wasn't that really satisfying in comparison to the goals that you have regarding your brand, regarding your strategy. With this particular thing, I want to cover one thing over here. I talk a lot about following your strategy. Do you really want to be a content creator, or you really want to be a creative person, like whether you're creating a sculpture, pottery, or art, or jewelry, or whatever kind of creative work you're creating, whether you want to be a content creator or you want to use these social media platforms or online platforms for marketing and promoting your work so that you can monetize and become a full-time. It all personally, I started with this YouTube, I started with Instagram to promote my business, to promote my brand. That's a GLOBO ARTE art magazine, the channel which you're watching currently. I started for that particular thing. I didn't start as a content creator because I know that a content creator is kind of like a big hassle. If you are one, maybe or maybe not, but for me, I am kind of like not that kind of a person. Of course, I'm very regular and consistent because I started for my brand and I'm focusing on that. And since I'm more incorporating more income streams, starting with the new stuffs, hopefully these steps, these tips, or these phases will going to help you getting started with your creative journey. Let me know in the comment section below at which particular phase you are in, whether you're starting with your art journey, whether you are intermediate or advanced, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below. And also tell me how long have you been in this creative journey, whether it's 1 year, 2 year, or years of experience. With art, I have 4 years experience, but in the online business, I have 2 years because 2018 and 2019, I wasn't really selling anything. I started with a serious business back in the 2020, so 2+ years. So let me know how much years of experience you have, and if you want this kind of content, more me talking about launching an art career, creative career, sharing my own personal experience, or more in detail content or any kind of tutorial, let me know, because I really enjoy making these tutorials. I see that these tutorials are very rarely to found because many people are just talking about the income reports, talking about the strategies and tips. They are not making that much of the tutorials, and I think that we do need a tutorials. And they're keeping the tutorials for the paid content like the courses and all, but I'm sharing all those tutorials in the YouTube channel, so guys, you can watch it. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'll gonna see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.